Right, I almost dragged you out into the you out into the call, so
Yeah, I'm the one racing right now, didn't you know?
of course, of course. Okay, and off they go. So let's go ahead and get their first track open here.
So, before the stream started up, I was talking with Brandino, and I was just mentioning just like I did not actually respect just how like technically advanced the speedrun of this game is. Like, I thought going into this having never really done DKR speedruns before, oh, I'll get a sub 30 time and like a few runs, it'll be no problem. I had absolutely no idea there was so much into this, and you know,
I know
it's incredible.
it was really funny watching you come into all the streams, when watching people do the race, and you were just like, oh man, look at this.
I knew from that exact moment I was about to get cooked in this tournament, and I'm ready for it at this point.
Yeah. Right now, it looks like they're fairly even. Mooseman had a pretty good first lap, but he seems to be kind of going out and about. We'll see if Brandino can catch up in the second and third laps, but they seem to both be doing their barrel rolls pretty well. Brandino is up in bananas. As of the first lap, he had 9, and Mooseman only had 6, but he's up to 7 now. And ooh, he missed the zipper there. That's
That's
not super
definitely gonna
great.
give Brandino the lead here. Ooh, he takes a bit of a bonk though, so not
Maybe not.
necessarily too big of a lead anymore.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, and an
Oh!
accidental back flip as well. So you hate to see those. It is very easy, unfortunately, to accidentally get those because if you're even slightly too close to neutral, it'll just do a backflip for you, and
Yeah. The
there you
somersaults
go.
are always just like, they just bring back terrible memories, Playing the game, trying to do the barrels, but it doesn't quite end up working.
Mooseman doesn't get a boost on the first race here, so that's an immediate slight catch up for Brandino, and they're fairly close by right out of the gate, which is really nice to see.
Oh yeah, unfortunately
Mooseman,
for Mooseman, he missed the first blue balloon, but it looks like Brandino did as well. Mooseman did get a little bit stuck behind the CPUs in the beginning, so he missed getting all the bananas, so he could be up 3 more bananas to Brandino, but it looks like it looks like both of them pretty much managed to get their max almost. 9 to 8, only 2 short for Mooseman and 1 for Brandino.
yeah,
Yeah. I think this is the first race we've had in the tournament where both the players facing each other have been like pretty well practiced. I mean, there's practiced, and then there's a little bit more on like the competitive edge. Both of these runners seem to be going around the track doing all the right skids and all the right thises and that's. I mean, of course there's harder tracks now, but we'll see how long Mooseman can keep that slight edge, because Brandino's almost caught up to him. Pretty they're pretty close to each other.
yeah. Just like you said, they're going around the track in much the same way. You'll see them, and it's like it's nearly synced the way that they're moving right now. You get a little bit of difference of routing there. Like one goes left, one goes right, but then they get right back onto the zipper, and they're like basically synced right now, and it's crazy to see that level of just dedication to a line. Absolutely.
Yeah. It looks like Brandino has got the slight edge up. Um, I think his PB is slight. Well, the PBs they're currently running against right now are Mooseman's a little bit further behind. I mean, Mooseman's sum of best is a 30.29, and Brandino's PB is a 30.28. So I think Brandino does have a little bit of an edge here, but I mean, one bonk could set you quite a bit behind in a level. And I mean, if Mooseman has a really good run and Brandino doesn't, then of course that could be the difference. I think
Yeah.
I think
Ooh,
a
there you
big
go. Just like you said, there was a bonk from Mooseman there. Gonna set him behind just a little bit further, and that gap could widen at any point because Brandino seems to be a lot better at the most part in getting these bananas, which increase your top speed. So
yeah. And I mean, each banana doesn't increase your top speed by like a whole lot, but I mean, when you have all of them or you have a lot more of them compared to your opponent, it really does make a difference. And I guess it's just as important making sure that you have all your bananas as quickly as possible than as like making sure you hit all the zippers and get all the right balloons. Ooh, Brandino misses the zipper there. But luckily he chains 2 blue balloons, so that kind of keeps him, you know, going right, right on the path. I just had to wait a second for both of them to get past this part, but I was gonna say, thank goodness we haven't seen anyone fall off the ledge in Star City this race.
Yeah, that Star City, it's like, it is such a heart-wrencher whenever that happens. You just feel it in your bones like, oh no, I fucked up! And it's the worst thing in the world. But they're going to come out of Star City now. Mooseman is going to have a slight edge here over Brandino. This has definitely been the closest I've seen any race so far. We've usually seen like at least a multiple lap lead at this point through some or most of the races here at this point. So it's good to see a relatively competitive race. This might be a big turning point, just this upcoming section and the laser beams going across the wall. But we are going to see both players.
Oh, Brandino gets it too! Both of them got the out of bounds.
That is very good to see.
That is very good to see, especially since Mooseman failed it on all 3 of his laps in his first race.
Oh, right, I forgot that. Oh, Brandino having a little bit of an issue finding the trigger for the pathway there. Unfortunately, had to go back around a little bit and ended up slightly not in first place for a second there. So that might give Mooseman the edge here if he has... Oh, no, he goes back in bounds!
Mooseman went back in bounds! Oh, that's so bad. He has to do another full lap again. Oh, that's really terrible.
Just like that, even though Brandino had been definitely making more overall mistakes, Mooseman makes the big crucial one. And just like that, oh, Brandino finding a little bit of issue getting that last trigger there, so Mooseman not going to be super far behind. Gets hit by a laser, though, and Brandino will finish Spaceport Alpha and take the lead out of Future Funland. Mooseman going to finish up the lap somewhere around 15 to 20 seconds behind. That is a huge deficit to build at this point. Oh, wait, no, he's not even done because he didn't finish a lap. Oh, that's way bigger than I thought it was.
Oh, yeah, he inbounced on his second lap, not on his final lap. So, ooh, it's just a little bit harder to watch. Oh. Alright, so Brandino going through his first hovercraft level, Boulder Canyon. A lot of hard turns to make in this level, trying to make sure your hovercraft doesn't slow down. Alright, so Mooseman finishes 7th in his last race on Spaceport Alpha, but at least he got first in all 3 of the other races, so he still got his trophy.
Yeah, pretty important for that.
Yeah,
Brandino has a full lap lead on him at this point, going to be probably a lap and a half as a result of that. Unfortunate for him. It's possible Mooseman could bring this back. Brandino has definitely been more prone to mistakes I've seen so far this race, but Brandino's going to have to make a lot at this point. So, going forward, Mooseman's got a rough race ahead of him.
Yeah. In a racing game like this, I think it's pretty hard for, like, you know, a runner to make that many mistakes to fall super far behind. Because, I mean, you could take a bonk here, you could take a bonk there. But, I mean, in Brandino's first race, he did lose a lot of time in Hot Top Volcano because he did the out of bounds, but then he kept missing the checkpoints for the arrows, and so he had to kind of go back a couple times in order to find them. So, I mean, even if that does happen, it's such a small level anyway. And, I mean, being, like, almost a lap and 2/3 ahead, it's just... Yeah, I think it's pretty disastrous right now for Mooseman, but there's always a chance. But again, like I said before, Mooseman was already working up a bit of a steep hill with Brandino's PB being almost a minute faster. So it's just the one little thing you go for, like the big strats like that, and if it fails, then all of a sudden you're kind of in deep water.
Brandino right now schmoving right now on through Greenwood Village. So we are looking at about between the two maps that they're on, we're looking at about a 2-lap advantage right now for Brandino, I want to say, and it's only going to keep going up as time goes on if Brandino keeps up the level of play he's showing right now. But something I'm noticing is the snaking patterns from both players definitely looks like they have a good understanding of when's a good time to snake back and forth, when's a good time to halt it for a second, and how to just keep the speed going in a hovercraft while making tight turns. Because that is definitely one of the harder things to keep a track of the whole time, is maintaining that speed in a hovercraft. Definitely the easiest vehicle to lose speed on overall.
Yeah. I think the plane is more punishing if you like end up bonking or something like that, but I mean, like, if you're still in motion, I think you're definitely right about that. Like I said before, the tight turns in Pirates Lagoon, Boulder Canyon, I mean, Whale Bay doesn't have a whole lot of them, but I mean, there's still a little bit, right?
Aye.
Alright, so let's see if Brandino... I think Brandino said he wasn't going to be going for the out-of-boundses and windmill planes at all this tournament, so we'll see if he does. Since Mooseman is already behind, it would be interesting to see if he does go for the windmill planes out of bounds, just to see if he can get, like, a bit of a leg up. But it would have to be a... it would be a pretty ballsy play, since that it's the hardest out of bounds in the game, like, even if you're playing as TT, so playing as Banjo is just makes it that much harder.
Yeah, Brandino did specifically mention that yeah, the windmill planes out of bounds is not something he'll go for, and like I do remember very specifically, like, the fact that Mooseman even got it with Banjo was just impressive to him because of how difficult it was. So goes to show, not everything you think might be easy or free is actually easy or free. You might actually just be getting carried by the fact that TT is literally broken.
Yeah. One day I'll play as TT and we'll see.
Listen here, he's coming up to the side.
It looks like he is. Oh, he doesn't get it.
Oh, yeah, that looked a little close. Not quite enough though.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets it on the second lap. He never goes for it anyway. Yeah.
Brandino
I don't blame him, to be honest.
Yeah, for what I know of windmill planes out of bounds, that is like a world record strat type of deal. It's like one of those things that's so difficult and so hard. You really should only ever be going for it if you're like top level contender. Just play the map out normally otherwise.
Alright, it looks like Mooseman isn't going for it the second time. I think he just wanted to one and done it.
Yeah, if he gets it, it's a big positive. It's a... Ooh, he gets shot, unfortunately, there, losing some time.
That's the second time Mooseman has been nailed by the missiles from his fellow racers. The CPUs just have it out for him. Brandino paid them off.
Goes into his cartridge. Yes, kill them, my children. Brandino right now looking at basically a full race lead right now. Both players on the last lap. This map very short, however, so kind of deceptive with that. He will be finishing this up before Mooseman finishes his, but Mooseman will at least make up some of that deficit immediately. Again, a very short map right there. He'll finish up his second trophy race. Got 3 more to go. Next one up, I believe, is the... I forgot.
Snowflake Mountain is next.
Ah. Oh, there you go.
Which is really weird. Like, I always thought it was really weird because, like, when you play through the game's story mode, like, you always do Dino Domain, then you do Snowflake Mountain, then you do Sherbird Island, and then you do Smoky Castle, or whatever the last area is called. But in the trophy race...
Forest, I think.
Yeah, Dragon Forest, that's right. Smoky Castle is the bonus game.
Yeah, but for some reason, like I said, in the trophy race, Snowflake Mountain is before
in the
Lagoon or whatever.
Yeah. In the map selection, you do Sherbird Island before Snowflake Mountain. So Not sure what the point of reordering them was, but...
Ooh, crazy boost there from Mooseman. It manages to keep most of control there. That was very impressive.
Yeah.
And he is going to finish up his own Dragon Forest here. He'll move on to Snowflake Mountain. Brandino on his last lap of that barrel roll was very big. Bonks on a tree and then the wall, losing some speed there. So it ends up that he's still basically got a full race lead on Mooseman here. This is going to be very hard to overcome, but Brandino still kind of making some movement errors here and there.
Yeah, that was a tight barrel roll. I remember Brandino always said that Snowflake Mountain or Everfrost Peak is like, you know, one of those levels where you can just kind of keep your movement going through balloons and zippers and, you know, on the ground and in the air and barrel rolling to keep your speed. Like, you barely even need to press the A button.
Yeah, I think he said optimally, like, once you get going the first time, you don't have to press A again if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Which, to me, is crazy to think about, not having to even press the A button once after a certain point.
Alright, Brandino moving on to Walrus Cove. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of just slight errors here and there from Brandino the whole way through. His play overall is superb, but here and there he gets a bonk on a wall, or he'll ride up the wall a little bit, lose some speed in the car, mess a little bit of the turn up and lose a tiny bit of speed. Where Mooseman is generally playing a lot safer in a lot of places. He's not going for the same amount of like crazy barrel rolls or the same amount of crazy potential movements and not getting as many bananas. So, you know, it's the higher risk play from Brandino that he's definitely doing overall, and it's working out for him because he keeps building his lead over and over.
Yeah.
So those tiny errors that he is making due to that is not really coming to bite him in the ass at all.
Yeah, Brandino has been getting a lot of gold splits in a row on his splits. I'm looking at his timer, and he triple gold splitted Windmill Plains, Haunted Woods, and Everfrost Peak back to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Alright, no second balloon for Brandino to do that really cool looking like over the top of the bump balloon burst again. Brandino's not running with music. He's got his sound effects on. I'm just playing music from my playlist. So I'm just like, oh, he's on Snowball Valley now. Let's jump to the next music.
Snowball Valley is definitely one of those stages I've found the most interesting. I've seen so many different strategies over the years when watching this game through this level. And like, you think one thing is faster, but then somebody finds something that's just like, oh yeah, actually you go this way this time to get more bananas, but then it's like, no, you don't need the bananas. The balloons are all you need. I've seen so much variance here, and I don't know how much of that is just like my vague paying attention to DKR rather than like hard focus on it, but man, the stage is just so interesting to watch every single time I get to it.
Yeah. It really is I guess, a hard decision. Like, when you're weighing, like, your speed from the balloons versus the speed you get from the bananas versus how long the track is, you know, versus is this detour worth it, is that detour worth it? Like, I guess there's a lot of things to consider.
Yeah. Do I feel confident enough in my movement to go left every time with the balloons? Do I want to get the bananas on the right side just for my top speed? That type of stuff. But Mooseman's moving on into that stage, and now we have Brandino still again a full race ahead at this point. Bonks into the wall twice there. Oof.
That's
basically what I'm saying.
It's a hard bonk corner.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of people bonk there so far in this tournament.
Oh, Brandino misses a zipper again. Again,
Yeah.
those little movement mistakes that I've mentioned, just, you know, in a different situation, it might be the difference that keeps Mooseman in the game. But Mooseman, again, just because of that unfortunate back in bounds on Spaceport Alpha, has been behind the entire time and just still has not managed to crawl his way back.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mooseman at this point would probably be a little bit behind anyway, because he wasn't super duper far. I mean, he was pretty far behind, like, right out of the gate, because he lost a whole 2 laps on Brandino, but I didn't actually see exactly how far he was behind, you know, based on his time. So I can't really, you know, keep track of that. I mean, I can see like when Brandino finishes Frosty Village and then kind of compare the two. So I'm not exactly sure how much time he lost exactly. All I can all I can say is, well, he was 2 full laps behind. One stage of, you know, a variable distance.
Yeah, I'd just be curious to see like the distance between the two had Mooseman not gotten back in bounds there. I feel like it would be a super interesting race at that point.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think Mooseman is out of the running at this point. I think it is possible with enough mistakes from Brandino and some superb gameplay that he could bring it back, but right now, it's not looking very likely that Brandino will give him that edge he needs. Yeah. So, you know, Brandino, he's on Whale Bay. He's going into his first lap. Final lap here from Mooseman.
I mean, the thing is that even if Brandino does make mistakes, he's still moving forward. And so it's not like, you know, any other speed game where if, you know, you make mistakes, you get stuck, you're kind of walled. In a racing game, you're always moving forward, even if you're moving slower. So even if he does make a bunch of mistakes, he's still moving, like, in the same direction. So I did keep an eye on Brandino's timer when Mooseman when they were going through Frosty Village, and Mooseman finished with a 21:17, so he's about a minute 10 behind. A minute 10 behind Brandino, according to their timers.
Mooseman into Whale Bay here. Pilot Lagoon coming out from Brandino. Yeah, this is not Sherbert Island. Not exactly the big place to make a whole lot of time back for sure. There's a lot of relatively short laps and naps overall in Sherbert Island. The most I could see happening is Brandino falling in the water, going for that like hyper zip strat in the tunnels of the, I can't remember the name of the stage, but it's the 1 car level.
Crescent Island.
No, there's 2 car levels.
Crescent Island and Treasure Caves are the last.
Treasure Caves, that's the one. It wasn't Crescent Island, I know that much for sure. So it has to be Treasure. I can word. Anyway,
the one where you zip through half the level is Treasure Caves. Anyway, we haven't seen anyone be able to pull it off like successfully yet in the tournament, but there's always another race.
Yeah. That's like the only point I feel here where Mooseman could potentially make some time back is if like Brandino goes for that and it goes absolutely AWOL. So
yeah.
Mooseman gonna come on into Pilot Lagoon right as Brandino finishes here. Brandino will move on, so a slight edge back, I want to say, but
exactly 1 Pirates Lagoon difference. Is that a unit of measurement? A Pirates Lagoon?
Yeah, I'll call it a unit of measurement. Every single stage is a unit of measurement, and I will use random ones at any given period of time.
There we go.
Brandino missing a lot of bananas there. Probably could have at least 3 more than what he has right now. Another unfortunate bonk, but he'll end up falling down. Still got 5, so that's not bad. And not going to go for those ones. But he's got plenty of options still. Treasure Cove still full of a whole lot of bananas across the board, so he'll still reach those max bananas in no time flat on this second lap here.
Yeah, I really like Mooseman's Pirates Lagoon he's had here. Like the endings anyway, just taking like this nice hovercraft turn. Like it's always so easy to lose speed there. He did miss that blue balloon, but in the end, it's not so bad.
Yeah, he'll still close it out and be on his first lap of Treasure Cove while Brandino's still working on it.
This is Crescent Island.
Oh, I have a brain and can use it.
Yeah, Treasure Caves is the next one.
Treasure Cove. I'm thinking of Banjo-Kazooie. That's what it is. I'm smart. Okay,
Treasure
anyway,
Cove.
Brandino is done with Crescent Island. He's now moving into Treasure Caves. There we go.
There we go.
Moose Man following up on his first lap here.
Treasure Caves, probably the shortest level in Sherbet Island. Oh.
You see he's going for it, and yeah, he just doesn't get the perfect one, but he flies right on through that that cave, no issue whatsoever.
Looked pretty good to me. Now he's got his balloons to kind of make up a bit of the difference. It looked like he didn't want to use his balloon there, but he almost did. Or he almost lost it, I mean.
Yeah, I definitely felt like he used it because he felt like he was about to hit that that red balloon, so might as well make use of it. See if he goes here. If we can forward on the last lap. Ooh, he misses the zipper that time, but as you can see, he's still been going so fast that he's going to lap at least 3 or so of those CPUs right at the end there. He's done with Sherbet Island and has one last level to go in Dino Domain.
Yep. Sub 53 treasure caves. I'm not sure exactly what the optimal single level times are, but
yeah, a lot of single level times are just very, very crazy optimized to the point where runners at this point are going for RNG related strats and praying that they get it, and then also hoping they have a good run to first place. But for IL purposes, a 53 is definitely very strong for Banjo. Ancient Lake starting up here. Brandino's zooming on through it. Absolutely no halting in any momentum right now.
yeah,
Second lap is
when I'm selecting music here for the runners, it's always really funny because the tracks are shorter than the tracks are shorter than the music, so I have to keep cutting them short. That was a very good treasure caves from Moose Man.
Yeah, 45 Ancient Lake from Brandino too. Very impressive. He's gonna head on into the next race here. Moose Man gonna head on into Dino Domain. So again, basically a full race difference here. This is definitely the least of a deficit we've seen this whole time through. Many times we've seen races, my own included, where the runner in question has just been down an entire series of races. So
yeah,
very good play coming out from the both of them. Did just unfortunately seem to come down mostly to that unfortunate incident with Moose Man in Spaceport Alpha. He might be kicking himself for that. That being said, he definitely feel very, very happy with his play, I feel, overall.
Oh, Moose Man went right through that blue balloon. That looked really unfair. He had a really confused look on his face when that happened too.
Is this one of those things where on one frame you're on one side of the balloon and the other frame you're on the other side of the balloon?
No, he went right through the middle of them. Cause there were the two sitting right there. Ooh, Brandino barely missing that spike ball. Really,
that was actually
really close.
That was actually a crazy dodge. I think he reacted to that last minute or something. Or last second, rather.
Yeah, just that quick swerve right out of the way. Alright, Brandon
here
with his Fossil Canyon. 2 levels left.
Yeah, both of these. This level right here, another fairly short one. You can just make use of all of the blue balloons across the board and all the zippers. Carry a crazy amount of speed across the board.
Oh, he typed it's over, yeah. Oh, Brandino gets stuck. Oh no, he got stuck in the fossil head.
Oh no, the worst feeling.
Yeah, that's like 5 or 6 seconds he was stuck there. It's not gonna be enough, but I mean, it's something. Oh, Moose Man landing in the water there.
Unfortunate. Not what you want to see.
Runners trading their little mistakes back and forth. Brandino having a very fast jungle falls, aside from that little error in the skull there.
Yeah, so both players are gonna finish up each of their respective laps. Hot Tub Volcano for Brandino. He's coming up on the final race here. We'll see if he goes for the out of bounds. I imagine he'll probably go for it, but Even if he doesn't, he's got a full lap lead. Or a full race lead. I don't imagine not going for the out of bounds will hurt him too hard in the long run.
Yeah, he'll be going for it.
Says,
for sure.
Here he goes.
Oh, doesn't make it.
Oh, no.
All right, he's got to go around. Mooseman just finishing his first lap of Jungle Falls.
Oh, he tries to go for it again, but once again bonks into the wall. So that is going to leave him in the situation where he has to do it in lap 2. That is going to be some time that Mooseman makes up, but at this point, almost impossible for Mooseman to make it up still completely. Either way, Brandino here, he's going to grab another balloon, go for the one right around here, the one that I know of, and he will get it this time, make himself inbounds. He's got to look for the arrows, make sure he doesn't accidentally go back in bounds here, and he will carry this into lap number 3 and the final lap.
Mooseman just starting his hot top volcano now. Unfortunately, a little too late.
And Brandino here, gonna do his barrel rolls to victory. 3, 2, 1, and time.
Time with a 30:47 he got, so.
Very impressive play. Only about just a little bit over 30 with Banjo. Very impressive.
Hey, Brandino, that was a very, very close race.
Yeah, I can tell. I was looking at my phone occasionally, and I saw that, like, at least during FFL, we were scary close for so long.
Yeah, you guys were pretty synced going through Dark Moon Caverns and Star City, and then Mooseman accidentally clipped in bounds in Spaceport Alpha right at the end of his first lap, so he had to do 2 laps in bounds.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. And
Yeah.
I had a messy what's it called to end, hot top to end, and then Jungle Falls I got eaten by the fossil, which
Yeah.
it's not the first time that's happened. Sometimes you just get trapped in there.
I think you were definitely playing better than Mooseman overall, but
All right, Mooseman
Yeah,
just finished now, so. Oh my God.
That was intense. That was seriously intense. Like
Hey,
when I saw we
Mooseman.
were neck and neck. Yo, GG.
GG. I was a stupid man.
That
I was too.
you guys were like so synced going through Future Funland right up until you inbounced in Spaceport Alpha. That was really heartbreaking. We thought you inbounced right at the end of the second lap, not right at the beginning of the second lap.
Yeah, I mean that's what sucked. I mean it was I lost a full minute.
Yeah.
Like I lost